Somewhere down the line, we got it twisted that nurses makes millions of dollars or something. Yes, we want to get to that money. Yes. If you're about to start your first nursing job, or you've already started and you feel overwhelmed, this is for you. Let's get ready together as I share some of the things that I wish someone told me before my first nursing job. My name is Simone Javoy, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Or if you're a first timer, thank you for joining. All right, guys, we are about to get into this. Get ready with me as I tell you guys what I wish I knew before my first nursing job. Okay. Foundation of choice is the Yummy Skin. I get it in the color number 9. I love how this blurs my skin. Okay, first thing I wish I knew before my first nursing job is orientation is still stressful. Okay, when you get your first nursing job, I thought orientation meant like hand-on training. I was gonna have somebody with me the whole time. No, girl, that's not what it means. Okay, during orientation, you're learning charting, you're learning policies, you're learning procedures, you're learning time management and personalities of not only your coworkers, but your residents, your patients, so to speak, and maybe yourself as a new nurse. So it is a very, 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 very stressful process. I also thought that meant that someone was going to be holding my hand. Now, I had the luxury of my preceptor being one of my good friends at the time when I first became a nurse. She was awesome. She taught me everything. She took her time with me. She did not get annoyed. I didn't feel like someone was looking down on me because I didn't know everything. And I was in orientation or preceptorship, so to speak, for 3 months. Yes, 12 weeks. That was the statute back then. Now, you're lucky if you get a month or even 4 shifts, depend on where you work, because the concept is for you to be able to catch on quick. And being that we're in a nursing shortage right now, you know, people don't want to spend money on training nurses. Some places, now you might get blessed to end up in a working environment where they will invest time in you. You see how this went on? You can't even tell anything. Like on my face, nothing. Complete blur. Okay? I love it. And it's so smooth. It's like skin. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is work on my brows. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. applicator. I like this one with the metal end and the one with the little brush on this side. And then I'm going to go in with my Anastasia brow gel. Another thing that I wish I knew before my nursing job is that confidence does not come quickly. Give yourself some grace, okay? If you don't feel confident right away, it's okay. It is okay. This is a new world. This is a new environment for you. And, you know, being at your first nursing job, it's not like being in nursing school. Yes, you go to clinicals. Yes, you might do a tour, or like you're not expected to know everything. Okay. Nursing is one of those careers where confidence comes from repetition. Like you will have to do something over and over and over again before you feel comfortable enough to say, okay, I got this. You know, I used to think, why don't I feel like a real nurse yet? Like I used to feel that way. Like you would think as soon as you pass your boards, like, okay, I'm a nurse now. I feel it. But no, I used to feel like that. One of the things that I first learned when it comes to identifying changes in my patients, what is the first step do I take once I identify a change? I call the doctor, right? But also, I need to know what the doctor is going to order. You'll be surprised by what labs do. Just basic labs, or even a chest x-ray if they have a cough or something. It will tell you a lot about a patient. And physicians like when you make recommendations to them. So after, my first rodeo with a change in my patient, and I went to my charge nurse and I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I called the doctor, I'm waiting for him to call back. And she was like, just get some labs. After I kept hearing that, I was like, I think we should get some labs. I got to the point where I felt confident to call the doctor and say, hey, we didn't get labs this morning and this patient is doing this, this, and this, and this. Can we get some labs? And you will notice that the doctors will start to trust you and trust your judgment. And the truth is you will grow into that. You will definitely grow into feeling that confidence. Next, I'm going to go with my concealer. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty. I use 470C. And I'm going to be using my Dior concealer. And then I'm going to blend it with this end of my Refi brush. Okay? So the third thing that I had to learn was asking questions is a skill, not a weakness. Okay? Don't be afraid to ask questions. This one is a big one. Okay? This is a big one. Asking questions is not annoying. It's not embarrassing. It's literally how you stay safe. And we all know that safety is the most important thing when it comes to taking care of patients. I wish I stopped worrying about looking incompetent and focused more on being correct, right? I wanted to make sure that I looked competent and like I belonged there as a nurse, And one of the things that I had to learn was the best nurses out there still ask questions. To this day, after being a nurse for the last 11 years, when I come across, nurses that have been nurses for 20 years, we're in a new era. We're in 2026. And things have changed. Charting systems have changed. We used to be paper, all paper. But now we're more electronic. And the more seasoned nurses, they come on and they are asking questions. And it is okay. And you will learn that that is a strength, to put your pride aside and say, hey, I don't know this. And that's whether you're asking questions to one of your fellow nurses or to the physician or even your patients. Okay? I really like the way that this brush blends. My next thing that I wish I knew for my first nursing job was that time management is the hardest skill. It wasn't me knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. It was time management. You're juggling a lot. You're juggling meds, call lights, charting, doctors, families, your patients, all of that. You're trying to all make everybody happy. It gets easier when your brain stops working in panic mode and when you realize you are doing your best. When I got to the point when I kept just reminding myself that I'm doing the best that I can, That's when that part of the job got easy with time management. Look at that bronzer. I don't really all the time bronze my forehead, but we're going to do it today. I'm going to do it with the cream bronzer though, because that Tranquil is kind of dark over there. Another point that I wish I knew is that you will feel slow at first. Like you will feel like you are the slowest nurse in the world, and everybody is moving fast but you. Okay, everybody is moving fast but you. Speed will come with talent. Okay, remember that. Speed will come with talent. Okay, repetition is everything, and when you start doing it literally 1,000 times, you're gonna get quicker at it. You're gonna get quicker at passing meds when you've done it maybe 100 times. You're gonna get quicker at charting when you've used the same charting system 1,000 times. I like to tell my new nurses now that give yourself a solid 6 months. 6 months at a job, and you will see the growth that you have. A wise woman once told me when I was younger in my career, she told me, you're being hard on yourself. You've only been doing this a couple months. Wait 6 months and see where you're at. So I'm telling you to wait 6 months and see where you're at. Next, I'm going to go in with my Rhode Pocket Blush. I love this blush. If you've watched my previous videos, I use this blush all the time. Okay? I use it for everything. So I put it on like this, and it's great. Another thing I wish I knew is you won't know everything that you learned in school. I think that I said that before. You will not know everything that you learned in school, girl. Okay? Or guy, or boy, whichever the case. Y'all, you will not know everything you learned in school. I thought nursing school prepared me more than it actually did. Real life nursing is less about memorization and more about critical thinking. Right now, I'm going in with my Huda Beauty setting powder, and I'm just going to use this end of my blender brush. That's it, because I like to apply with the brush. And that's okay. No one expects you to know everything, so you just have to learn how to critically think. I used to always chant the ABCs, especially working in the hospital, in my head. ABCs: airway, breathing, circulation. Always remember that. But you're not expected, like in nursing school, to remember all this stuff. There's no grand test at the end. Now we're looking. After the setting powder, I'm going to let it set for a minute, and then I'm going to go in with my Say lightweight setting spray. Oh my gosh. This is bomb. Love it. And then I'm going to go in with my YSL mascara. Another thing I wish I knew, not every shift will feel like a win. Okay? Some shifts you'll leave feeling proud, like I did that. I rocked that shift. I placed that line on the first drive. Okay? Some shifts you'll replay everything in your head, and it's like you'll feel defeated. Okay? That doesn't mean you're failing at all. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means that you care. And that's important. It's a lot of nurses right now that is in the field for the wrong reason. Somewhere down the line, we got to twist it that nurses makes millions of dollars or something. Nursing is now aesthetic. Like somewhere down the line. But caring should be number one. I had to get in the habit of thinking when I take that long drive home, did I give it my all? Did I give my patients my all? Were they happy? Did they thank me? And some of them may not thank you, but did they look at me like I did a good job? Did I listen to their concerns? Did I communicate with the doctor? Did I collaborate with the social worker and all the other health professionals that are all involved in taking care of this patient? That's when I know that if all of those are yes, I know that I did a good job. Also, did my patient make it to the end of the shift? Okay. And not everybody is not going to make it to the end of the shift as far as not be alive when you leave. And that is okay too, especially if you know you did everything that you were supposed to do. I wish I stopped comparing myself to other new grads. Everyone has a different strength, right? Some are great with skills. Some are great with charting. Some are great with patience. Some are great communicators. If I lack that strength, that does not mean that I'm a bad nurse. Comparison will definitely steal your confidence if you let it. So don't. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply this pocket blush onto my lips. I love the way it makes it look. And we are now all done with our makeup. So now we're about to get dressed. Okay, I'm dressed. I have on this aloe set, top and bottom. I'll show it to you when I get done. Next, I'm going to take these heatless rollers out my hair. Another thing I wish I knew before my first nursing job is burnout is real. Okay? Don't think that you have to try to overdo it. Yes, we want to get to that money. Yes, we want to pick up those extra shifts. Yes, we want to get that overtime and those shift differentials. But please believe me that burnout is real. Nursing is so mental, right? You're constantly thinking. You have to critical think because somebody's life is in your hands, right? It's important to take care of yourself. And I didn't learn this until like year 3 of me being a nurse. You have to take care of yourself and take pride in treating yourself. We are constantly pouring and pouring into others. You're pouring into your patients. You're pouring into their family members. And at the end of your shift, sometimes you sit back and think, I sat back and think, did I eat today? Did I take a break? What did I do on my break? Was I still thinking about my patients on my break and everything that I had to do? My charting? Did I follow through with the doctor's orders for everything? So recognize that. Give yourself time to pour in yourself. I'll go get a massage. I would go and get my nails done, or I'll go get my toes done, or just have a moment to read a book or something to just pour back into myself. So this is the hair. The perfume of choice will be Kayali. I am really feeling this Burnout Cherry right now. This is what I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to pair it with some vanilla because I am a vanilla scent girly. The last thing that I wanted to leave you with that I wish I knew before my nursing job was you might cry and that's okay. All right? That is okay. I wish someone told me it was okay if I cried in my car after a shift. I wish someone told me that it won't come off that I'm weak or anything if I cried after my shift. It doesn't mean you can't handle nursing. It doesn't mean you're processing something heavy. It just means that you need an outlet. And that's okay. We're human too. Nurses are human too. If you are a new nurse and this resonates, you're not alone, okay? You're doing better than you think, okay? If you've been a nurse for a while, do me a favor. Comment down below the one thing you wish you knew before your first nursing job. Let's help the next generation. I love to give back to new nurses, knowledge-wise, and let you know, give yourself some grace, okay? You are doing a good job. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this video. I'll see you in the next one.